Hello, welcome to TaplowG. Recently, you might be watching on televisions as well as to the prime time videos and shows. In that, you might be getting those all the information about only the headlines, which includes the special communities responsible for the spread of COVID-19 across India. I think you might be getting those all the points. What I would like to express those all the feelings. In that on that occasion, recently the occasion which has been created to this world, that was only the sedition which is being imposed on the special community which is responsible for the spread of COVID-19 to this India. I will take you to the point that 18th April 2020. Actually, what happened on that occasion? I will make you to understand that there was a medical institute in Kerala, that is Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Science and Technology. That institute has got the right to trial for the convalescent plasma therapy because ICMR, Indian Council for Medical and Research, had given a permission to that Kerala Medical Institute to perform such a convalescent plasma therapy trial. But there was a lack of patients which was too seriously ill, so this trial was not able to practice and not able to perform in that medical institute. In same ways, on that occasion, the institute which has given a right to trial the plasma therapy, on that occasion, the Union Health Minister Harshvardhan has given a right to the people as well as he requested to the people who had been recovered from the COVID-19 that they can donate their blood plasma to the ICMR as well as to the hospitals, make the other people to survive their life again and again. On this occasion, since recently there was news that the community which was especially targeted in the area, the community which was main highlighted, which was most criticized in this nation, that community has come forward and they started donating their blood plasma. The patients who recovered from the COVID-19, they started donating their bloods to the hospitals to make the other people to survive again and again. But now what happens actually in the news, there's a blending news which is especially spreading to the press media as well as to the social media. There's the ministry U-turns from the plasma therapy as well as the plasma therapy is not the silver. Those are all the headlines which was blending on the press media as well as to the social media. It concludes and it summarized that the government is not at all ready to perform those all the plasma therapy to the people. Because government is telling that here the Union Health Minister Harshvardhan is telling that the plasma therapy is in the experimental stage. It cannot be used on the people to people because plasma therapy is not at all suitable for the patients to treat them. As well as to the ICMR, Indian Council for Medical and Research, has not given a clear evidence that the plasma therapy is suitable to perform on the patients which is entirely affected by the COVID-19. The plasma therapy could be only used for the research as well as for the trial purposes. A question might be rising to your mind that how convalescent plasma therapy is eligible to use in this COVID-19 war. We are taking it as a war because we only know the whole world is fighting against COVID-19 and the whole world is trying to invent or exploit such a vaccine to fight against the COVID-19. In same ways, our India is also preparing for that. How does the ICMR permit to perform the convalescent plasma therapy? First of all, we have to imagine ourselves that how the testing could be successful of the plasma therapy. First of all, the 5% will be injected through this plasma which is taken from the recovered person, and the 5% would be not given at all any medicines. Then after we have to observe that whether the 5% which has been given the plasma injections to that body, whether that injection, that plasma is working or not. Then after we have to observe that the 5% which has not given at all any injection, whether they are same or there's a changes, whether the 5 which has been injected is working or not, or the 5 which has been not injected, whether they are suitable for or not. Then after we will be able to find out the result actually what happening in that. If it result will be successful, then after we will be able to release those all the press events to this media as well as to this world. A best question is that what we need to do in this COVID-19 containment zone or in this affection. First of all, we have to implement ourselves, we have to make ourselves to strengthen. That first of all, we have to ask, we have to request to the people who are recovered from the COVID-19. They must have to donate their blood plasma. The blood plasma which has been donated by those recovered person, that must be stored into the blood banks. For that, we need to build a strong blood banks, which having a proper machinery for the storing. Then after, we have to develop ourselves or develop the trained personnel. The trained personnel must have to glance that whether the plasma is taken from the recovered one is able to move or not. Then after, we have to develop ourselves the unit equipments to store those all the beds. Then after, we have to cleanse for the testing of that COVID-19. Whether the plasma which has been taken is having adequate number of antibodies or not. That's called the process of testing. The last and final question which rises to our mind, that how could we overcome this pandemic? To overcome this pandemic, we need to strengthen some areas, some sectors which we need to express ourselves, make ourselves more strengthened and more strong. The areas are the referral system, which need to be more strengthened, as well as to the supply chain would be most strengthened. In some ways, logistic as well as inventory level should be most strong in this area. Then only we could fight this coronavirus affection as well as this coronavirus pandemic to this world. So we must have to strengthen those all the sectors which I have explained. I given myself best to express those all the things. In the days of fasting, actually I am not able to speak to all the events, those all the points which must be expressed here. For that, a very pardon from me. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.